Ladies and gentlemen, we have a free shot at Ronaldinho. We have another icon pick, and I'm going to show you guys how to complete it for free. So if you want a team like mine, you want better players, you want those icons, then all you've got to do is subscribe to say thank you, and of course, drop a like down below. But let's get that icon. If you guys are still stuck with a team like this, and everyone you play in Champs has a team like this, then you need to head over to Sky Coach in the link below. Not only have they got the cheapest and most reliable service for FIFA coins, you can pick any amount of coins, select your console, and put in code PRORECALL for 10% off. So first of all, we've got to assess the squads. We've got an 87 in with an inform, and a standard 88. Now at the minute, there's a few informs which I have found quite very easily packable in the upgrades I've been doing. And that usually has prevented me from needing to do any player picks for the inform. So that's going to be the aim initially, is we're going to try and pack an inform through the crafting upgrade. However, if you don't, you of course do the pick. And the rest of it, we essentially just need 10 87s for each of these squads, roughly. 10 88s, and then if we can get some bigger players, we can fill out those numbers, or, you know, it depends what we kind of pack. Now, obviously, the route to doing this, if we go over to the challenges and the upgrades that we've got in a minute, there's a few things we're going to need. So you've got your ultimate birthday crafting upgrade. This is going to be really helpful. You've got your triple upgrade. You've got your player picks, your 83 times 10. You've got a Team of the Week player pick. You've got literally everything that can gear you towards completing these SBCs. We've also got a UEFA Women's Marquee matchup, which is guaranteed profit. If you quick sell everything, don't even sell it on. If you just quick sell it, you get 100% of your coins back. And the Golasso Flat Challenge that keeps coming back is actually a profit SBC as well. Then we've got the Marquee matchups. Once again, guaranteed profit. This time you obviously have to sell things off, but nice set of packs there. Obviously, we can always complete Marquee matchup and know we are going to get a good bit of profit back. Then you've also got, if you are on the lower end of things and you have some bronze rares and silver rare untradables, slot them into here. And these two SBCs as a pair are going to average out of about a 6k return. Obviously, at the minute, we've got about 12 icons. So you're looking at about 72,000 coins, which is obviously a very good contribution to go in and doing these SBCs. Now, what you want to be doing is essentially the League SBC method, and you want to use your daily upgrades to do this. So initially, let's say you have absolutely nothing in your club, you're going from the bottom, you do your daily bronzes, you do your daily silvers, and then you do your daily gold. Now, what that will result in is you're going to be able to then complete, in theory, 4 crafting upgrades, but that's not what you're going to do with those players. What you're going to do is you're going to take them to the mixed league upgrade. Now, whatever players fit in the league upgrade, pop them in there. Anything that you need to fill, chances are you'll probably have to fill the slots. Obviously, in these squads, you would usually need about, 44 players. Obviously, that is the right number, but they're not all going to fit in. So you might end up having to buy 20 players. But what I will tag in the link down below is my video on how to do this for free, the best way to do it, what you can do to make it easier, and how easily it is profitable. Because essentially, you get guaranteed profit from this SBC, from crafting it loads, and you get free packs. So it's a really, really easy one to just craft in and in. And then, of course, what your next step's going to be, duplicates need to go into the ultimate birthday crafting. So let's say you get players who are untradeable dupes or just don't fit in the premium mix, they go into the birthday crafting upgrade, because every step of the way on the birthday crafting upgrade, as you can see over here, if we go to the ultimate birthday crafting completionist, every 5 or 10 you get a new reward, whether it's Furum, and then you use him in the squad, whether it's a 83 times 2, or if we go all, you know, depending on how far down you are, you might get Coit, you might get Schlotterbeck, you might be using Gulla, you might have a Gomez. All of these cards can be slotted into the SBCs, and then on top of that, you've got packs where you're going to get, of course, rewards back, which will fit in these squads. So you've got a lot of options. It's not like you're limited at all. We'll check in the store to see if they've added anything. I know that they did have a... Oh, that's a nice pack. They did have like 50 coin packs. That is... includes 11 rare gold players, 1 base icon rated 80 or higher. I feel like base icon guarantee at this stage is pretty poor, because no one really wants a base icon. But of course, what we are actually in the pack section for is to open an 83 times 10. So let's have a look at how good these 83 times 10 are looking. We can obviously pop one of these 77 times 83s open as well. As you can see, we've got a few players that we need to pop in exchanges quickly. So guys, as you can see, we've just gone and done that on the phone. The reason we do that is because it's so much easier to do the exchange packs on your phone. If you're doing it on the actual game, it just takes a little bit longer. Like, the actual process is longer, and it's just a bit pointless. So I can go on there, I can literally go from one to the other, screen to the other. I won't have to remember the players. I can literally flick between them. Whereas on this, you have to back out, go check the players. It just feels longer. So I always do it that way. So we're going to send them to club. Obviously, that is a good representation of what you're going to be doing while you're doing these upgrades. You know, if you get players like Francesco Lee, who realistically probably doesn't make many people's teams unless you're really on like first few weeks in the game, you want to put them into exchanges. So we can have a look through here. We've obviously got all my 77 times whatever's here. So let's pop one of those open, because this is going to be the crafting upgrade that you're going to get. So this is a good idea. That looks like little or... Okay, so we got Weir and we got Moreno. So Weir isn't bad. Obviously, an 84 can be useful for some of the upgrades. We can put her in the team of the week player pick, for example. So let's put her in there. Obviously, Mukhtar, usually what you'd do is you'd go and put him into another relevant upgrade or whatever it might be. I don't have the time for that. I also can't be bothered. But this is the thing. Where crafting is something to do with, you know, the individual, it is about being bothered. You have to actually spend the time. I never really do with like 80 rateds when I'm doing a video, but if I'm outside of a video, I will go ahead and get it done in the correct way. The only difference is it takes more time, and I'm not going to sit here and extend the time that I'm recording, because I want to get these videos out to you sort of as close to 6 as possible. Obviously today the content drop was earlier, so we've done it in a little bit of a different way. I don't know why EA can't understand that the clocks change in the UK. It's very much something that they do all the time. They forget to change the content drop. Hopefully it's sorted by tomorrow. They always make this mistake though, so it'll be interesting to see how long it lasts, because I don't get why it's always that on the first day. I suppose it's just an automated process maybe. It does still feel a little bit odd. So you got Mukhtar there. It's a shame because we're literally going to use Mukhtar after we've just got rid of him, but I'm not going to quick sell recover an 80 rated player. It's been a while since I've used the quick sell recovery, so I don't know if it's even really useful anymore for me. But let's get these slotted in. Is that... Okay, it's not quite the rating, so we're just going to go defender. I find it easy to do it this way because otherwise there is just too many players in my club at the minute. As you can imagine, I did a fair few upgrades more recently, and also we've opened a couple store packs which we popped at the end of yesterday's video. So if you did want to see what it's like doing a store pack, you can see over there. That is the first section of that done. Now, you won't necessarily have to do this SBC. The hope is, of course, going to be that you get one in the crafting upgrades. And to be honest, the crafting upgrades have been a lot better for me more recently, and I've always vouched for them. There are people who won't like those upgrades. I'm not too sure what the reason is. I've always found that they actually have fairly good luck. And don't get me wrong, you're not going to be getting good players in every pack. But when you have 150 upgrades to do, there's a good chance you're going to be cooking and getting some good stuff in them. So I think it's always worth doing. I've done a few of them where, you know, on the last day, it's 40 left, I don't have the fodder. And obviously, I make the videos on how to craft them. If you've got 40 left, you're not going to be able to craft it in a day, or it's going to take too much time. So in those scenarios, I then just go and buy them. I've talked about this before. We've got the bot that we've done an advertisement before. It will basically just fill the SBC out for you, saves you a little bit of time, and then it buys you the players. We've got ourselves an 86, which is pretty poor, but that's all right because an 86 would fit into the SBC. Now, let's get the Icon SBC completed. And remember, guys, just to give you an overall assessment of what this route is going to be, put it simply, you're going to go from your League SBCs, your League upgrades, which I've, of course, linked down below. Duplicates go to your birthday crafting. Then anything else, once you get to a certain point, you've built up a base. We do the 83 times 10s. Obviously, you may need to do the Team of the Week player pick if you haven't packed any. And then you want to do, of course, if you haven't done them already, the Ultimate Birthday 100 Upgrade Challenge, because that is obviously going to be a useful one. So we have completed the squad, and as you can see, we've added in quite a few heroes there. So hopefully the Icon gods are going to give us a good icon because we sacrificed some heroes. So we're praying, really, I would say any Team of the Year icon I would be happy with, apart from Xavi, because we've already put up him in an SBC. So who have we got? Cafu, Owen, Butragrano. Do you know what? I'm happy with Cafu, right? The difficulty is I keep getting icons that already have a better version. I already have Frimpong, which obviously is better than this. But I know a lot of people did the Cafu SBC. I think that's a good... I guess it's just a very good backup, isn't it, really, to Frimpong. And the only other option would potentially be Butra, because he was massive, but... yeah, he's got a better version out at the minute, so we don't want to go for that. We're going to go for Cafu. I'll actually take that. That's probably one of the better ones I've had more recently. It slits nicely into my subs bench. I know a lot of people are not going to like me saying that, but he definitely doesn't make the main team. I mean, we've got Frimpong Izzle over here. If we go over to compare price, he's worth about 2.5 mil. So when we've got my man, he's not quite worth the same. I don't think Walker gets removed from the bench. I do think we probably get rid of a Kanji now. My bench is getting pretty damn cracked at this point, to be honest, guys. It is getting pretty ridiculous, to be fair. But you know, this is what happens when you do every single pick.